All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining today's virtual tour of our 2021 Chevy Tahoe Solutions. My name is Danielle Werkheiser, and I'm the event coordinator. I'd like to quickly review some of our housekeeping rules before we get started. For the duration of this event, all attendees' microphones will be placed on mute to ensure a positive experience for everyone. Please note, the Zoom does offer two different viewing options, gallery and speaker. We recommend setting your view to the speaker view, which can be found at the top right-hand corner. This will provide you with the optimal view of both the presenter and the presentation. Lastly, as you heard when you entered, Havis is recording all segments for future reference. Now, I'd like to turn it over to our Fleet Project Manager, Jeff Tripp.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff Tripp. It's been a while since we've seen you out at trade shows, but here at Havis, we've been busy developing new rugged, safe, and ergonomic products for mounting in vehicles, including the 2020 Ford Interceptor utility, the new 2021 Chevrolet Tahoe, as well as some of the other vehicle changes like 21 Dodge Charger and Durango and the 21 F-150. So today, what I'll do is I'll walk you through this 2021 Chevy Tahoe that we have here and just give you an idea of some of the different types of products we've been developing. I'll start off up in the front with our dash mount. We have two different styles of dash mounts. We have a 2000 series that will accommodate up to 4 pounds of weight capacity, and that's really best suited for touchscreen displays and light tablets, smaller devices. What we have here is a 3000 series. This will accommodate up to 12 pounds of weight capacity. So this is really best suited for any sort of laptop and dock combo you may need, but of course we'll accommodate any of the lighter equipment as well. And we have a touchscreen display on here. This features a positive latch, and it has a hinged mechanism here that will actually support the weight of your device in the upright position to give you full access to the vehicle controls as you need them. This screen does pivot, and you actually have some flexibility as to how you mount this from left to right to accommodate your specific vehicle needs. Moving down from there, I want to show you this new VSX console. You may have seen the VSX console that we introduced last year for the 2020 and up Ford Interceptor utility. And this is a whole new design for the 21 Tahoe. Starting off, it's a rugged engineered polycarbonate body. Really gives it a smooth and OEM style finish to it. You'll notice that these trim strips cover all of the fasteners, give it a really sleek appearance. Underneath this is a rugged heavy gauge steel and aluminum chassis that provides all of the strength and durability that you would come to expect from a Havis console. I'll walk you through a few of these features and benefits right now. We did another video on this recently in great detail, but I'll just walk through it briefly for you. First of all, up in the front, this will come with a small storage bin that can easily pop out, and you can exchange it for a light and sound control head mounting bracket. Underneath that, we actually have the space to mount a Brother PocketJet 7 printer as well. And unlike the Interceptor utility where you had to choose between one or the other, a light and siren control head or the printer, this one actually has the capacity to hold both. If you don't want to use the PocketJet printer in there, this actually comes with a soft bin liner, and you could use this space just for general storage. As you can see, this will hold upright on its own. It's spring loaded. I want to show you on the side here, these side panels are removable. First of all, there are pockets. There are, on both sides, there are pockets, and there are 12-volt lighter plug adapters and accommodations for dual USB plugs. And as I said, you can pop these panels away to expose access to the inside of the console. That'll give you the ability to service any of your equipment that's mounted in there. There's a heavy gauge steel tray in there with plenty of flat space as well as vertical height to accommodate a lot of remote equipment. We also include mounting provisions for 8-slot fuse blocks as well. That'll be positioned right on the side here. And on the passenger side as well, that side panel is removable, and you have full access into servicing any of your devices or equipment that are mounted inside there. Swinging back up to the top, we have an internal pole mount here. And what this does is it gives you the ability to mount, again, any sort of laptop, dock combination, keyboard. This will support any weight that you can put to it for any of those commonly used combinations. What we have mounted on here now is an example of our new MD Arm series. These were designed to mount lightweight devices and keyboards. They will pivot or articulate however you want. And there's no locking mechanism or handle that you have to fiddle with. These are tension loaded, so they'll pretty much stay where you want them and then easily push out of the way when you don't need them any longer. These arms are available in 2 different lengths, 6 inches and 3 inches. What we have on here are 2 of the 6-inch arms, and you can mix and match those to accommodate your specific vehicle needs based on the size of that vehicle. Moving back into this portion of the console, we have 18 inches of equipment mounting space in here. And underneath these trim strips, if you're familiar with our typical sheet metal consoles, it uses the same style of aluminum extrusion. So any of our equipment brackets, filler plates, and other accessories will mount right in there, but they get covered. So it's a real discreet and sleek looking appearance. There's also a nut track down the side exposed, so you can mount mic clips and other things off the side of the console as well. I want to show you this armrest here. This is our Arm 1001 that we introduced last year. Again, it's a strong polycarbonate design with a padded top. It has a locking and latching top on it that you can open up to expose a 2-inch deep tray for storing small items. This is fully 11 inches in depth here, so you can store some large items in here as well and keep them secure with that barrel lock design. Now on this side, we have 3.3 inches of additional equipment mounting space. And if you're familiar with some of our wider consoles, in the past, what we traditionally did was populate this with maybe a mic clip, an accessory pocket. Losing camera. Stay tuned. Sorry about that. What we've done is we've designed a new way to accessorize this. So as you can see, we have a radio mounted over here. In many cases, what we see is a lot of fleets will fill up, completely populate this main equipment mounting space due to their use of several radios, light and siren control head, a hot and pop controller for canine, for example, cup holder. All of that will eat up a lot of space. So this gives you additional capacity to mount other devices. And over here now we can accommodate small radios, DVRs, and other small equipment. And we have a line of equipment brackets that will fill this space, as well as filler plates and other accessories that include lighter plugs, USBs. We have this mic clip. Here's a neat accessory that we just introduced. It's a flashlight charging pocket. And this will accommodate a Streamlight Stinger flashlight and charger. We have wire routing that goes underneath, wires into your harness to keep this thing fully charged and right at hand's reach. In the back of this console, a little tough to see, but we do have dual speaker mounts for Motorola speakers. Now, we did develop a full line of traditional sheet metal consoles for this vehicle as well. We have a CVS 1012-TAH-1. That's a standard 9-inch wide console. And then we have 2 other wide consoles that are our traditional sheet metal design, the CVSW 1012-TAH and a CVSW 1005 TAH-PM. And that one also has a printer module in it. That one is located in the rear section of the console, and that will accommodate Brother Pocket Jet printers as well. We introduced a full line of canine and prisoner transport inserts for the Chevy Tahoe as well. We have a standard length that is about 38 inches from front to back. And we have an extended length that's about 45 inches from front to back. And then a combination prisoner transport, about the same size as the extended length version. And as with all of our next gen canines, they feature the no rattle design. They're available in white and black durable powder coat finish. And the canine prisoner transport is about 2/3 canine, 1/3 prisoner. The canine side is on the driver's side of the vehicle. The prisoner transport is located on the passenger side of the vehicle. And that is really dictated by how the rear seat splits in the vehicle. We went with the 60-40 split of the rear seat, and that utilizes the OEM rear seat as well on the prisoner transport side. I'm going to take a step back to the rear seat of the vehicle now and show you the canine that we have in this vehicle. This is the canine C26-XL-B for black. And this is the extended length version. As I mentioned, it's about 45, a little over 45 inches from front to back. So you have a little extra depth. It's great for large dogs. We also have this optional dual dog divider if you wanted to use it for 2 dogs, or you could put a dog on one side and storage on the other. You can see this door right here, pivots both ways, latches in the middle, very quiet, doesn't rattle. Comes both ways for safe ingress and egress of the dog, or just access from the handler to the dog. And also this accommodates 4-inch fans up in the front on both sides and 10-inch fans on the window guards. I also wanted to mention too that this divider, it's positioned here in the center, so split 50-50 between the 2 canine compartments, but there are hole patterns up in the front and rear bulkheads that allow you to position this either in the center or offset 60-40 to one side or the other, should you have one dog that's larger than the other, or as I mentioned, if you wanted to use one side for storage and give the larger side to the dog. All right, from here, we're going to move back to the rear of the vehicle. I'll show you some of our new storage solutions. So we introduced some new trunk tray plates, TTPs, for this 21 Tahoe. I'll start off with the rear one. This is a latching hinged lid. You can see there we have about 5.5 inches of depth here. So you could use this for general storage, or you could use this for equipment mounting. We have knockout panels on both sides. You can knock out the small center panel to route wiring, and there's plenty of space under these trim panels to run your wiring up and pick up your OEM harness or to feed into any other devices that you might have. The larger panel knocks out, and we have a hole pattern here to accept the same 4-inch fan that we use in our canines and other places. Again, this is good for general storage or equipment mounting. We've given you the provisions for wire routing. This forward box was designed specifically for electronics mounting. This one has a screw-on lift-off lid, and it has a handle on it. I have it removed now to expose it for you. And as you can see, there's plenty of space over here on the sides for wire routing again. We have about 5.5 inches of depth in here. So this will accommodate the most commonly used remote equipment or any sort of electronics equipment that you need to mount. And for example, we have a dock in here that we could use. We could mount a laptop to that would control our touchscreen display that we have up on the dash mount. And we have a charge guard and a fuse block in here, just as some examples of some equipment that you could mount. Now, this all fits on what we call a hat bracket. It's a removable electronics mounting bracket. And this makes it real easy to mount and service your electronics equipment on a bench top. So what you can do is remove that bracket, mount up any of your electronics equipment to it, prepare your wire routing, and then drop that bracket back into place and simply screw it into place, and it'll hold it there securely. And there's a little bit of gap underneath it should your screws penetrate that bracket and need a little bit of breathing room under there. We have made accommodations for that as well. Now you'll notice on top we have a set of risers and storage drawers. And if you're familiar with the modular storage drawer line that we introduced last year, they came in a standard 40-inch wide by 20-inch deep footprint. And what we've done now is we've introduced another size. These are 46 inches wide. This will make better use of the space within this 21 Tahoe. And these can also be used in other vehicles as well, such as the Interceptor Utility and Durango. Maybe not in the lower position where it's a little bit narrower, and that's specifically why we had come out with a narrower drawer design before. But as that greenhouse in the vehicle, as that trim tends to get a little bit wider at the top, you could stack one of these wider drawers on top of a standard width 40-inch wide drawer in some of those vehicles. You'll notice too, we have the hole patterns here to accept for the risers for 40-inch wide drawers, or out here for the 46-inch wide drawers. And basically what we've done is we've duplicated the entire product line that we introduced in the 40-inch platform. Now we've done everything in the 46-inch wide platform. So all of the same locks. This is the medium duty keyed lock. We have a heavy duty keyed lock, and then this is our heavy duty push button combination lock. All of the toppers and accessories as well, we've duplicated those in this 46-inch wide section as well. I'll pop this open and just show you an example. So here's a foam kit for a 46-inch wide drawer. And you can see you have plenty of space in here to fit a long gun. And this one is kind of a short barrel design, but you can see there's still plenty of width to grow and plenty of additional space if you need to cut it out for any ammunition, additional magazines, etc. I'll pop this top drawer open because I want to show you again, if you're not really familiar with the modular storage drawer line, all of these drawers feature ventilation as well as knockout panels for wire routing. Again, on both sides, we have the small hole for wire routing, or the larger hole and hole pattern if you want to mount the 4-inch fan for additional cooling. So you could use these for electronics mounting if you prefer to have it in a drawer instead of one of our stationary options. Now the topper that we have on here is a 46-inch wide version of our open topper. And this is slotted, so you could use bungee cords or nets to tie down any sort of loose items. Recently, we've also introduced a new way to mount electronics on our modular storage drawer line. And we'll show you some pictures of that right now on a presentation. It has a 5.5-inch tall height, overall height. And that will, again, accommodate any of the most commonly used remote equipment that we see in public safety today. It also features a removable hat bracket style electronics equipment mounting bracket, like we saw in that TTP box a moment ago, and a fully removable top. So the top screws on, the whole top and face are exposed for easy access servicing in the vehicle. But again, you can remove that hat bracket for any sort of maintenance or installation outside of the vehicle as well. In addition to these trunk tray boxes that we've shown you here, we've also introduced some other storage mounting solutions, some more basic style modular storage mounting solutions for the 21 Tahoe. And we have a flat plate that you can simply mount our old universal storage box, the CSBX-101. You can mount that right to that plate. Makes it real easy. You don't have to fabricate any brackets or mount it to your partition. We also have our own rear cargo barrier that will mount to that base and that storage box to make a really secure rear cargo area section. And then we also build up off of that base using another set of risers, and you can stack your modular drawers off of those risers. And again, this modular storage drawer line is fully configurable and stackable within the vehicle. We offer a wide range of drawer sizes, different heights, as well as now different widths, different lock styles, as well as a variety of different toppers. So I encourage you to check out our website and get some additional details on all of these new products that we've been introducing.
Thanks, Jeff. And thank you all for attending today's virtual tour of our 2021 Chevy Tahoe solutions. This is all the time we have, so feel free to visit our website or contact one of our sales teams for additional information and any questions that you may have. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day.